semester. Otherwise, I'll submit recommendations of what you need to fix and update in time for the final. Keep in mind, next week we have no lab, okay? So you have next week off from lab. Okay, so let's start with our staff results. And
I heard
first,
Friday
go
was a
over
Wednesday
the blood
schedule.
auger.
Friday's a Wednesday schedule, right?
No, Wednesdays and Fridays.
Wednesday and Friday.
I mean Wednesday, yeah, that's what I meant to say. I said it backwards.
Yeah,
Okay,
Wednesdays
so
and
we
Friday.
have class here.
So we don't have class.
Okay, so on that blood
We don't have class at
auger,
On Wednesday.
on that blood
We have
auger,
class on
we
Wednesday,
can,
we'll have whatever classes we
list
have.
off, so there are, what we're
Tuesday
looking
and
for
Thursday.
is the level of hemolysis.
What?
Lysis means to break open. Heme is referring to the red blood cells, okay? So if a
Actually gives me
microbe
enough time.
is hemolytic, that means they express certain enzymes that can lyse open red blood cells, okay? If they are not hemolytic, then we say they are gamma hemolytic. That means they do not express any enzymes, any hemolysis, and there is no hemolysis. So when you look at your blood agar plate, you'll see growth, but no unique changes to the agar. Alpha hemolytic means they express certain enzymes called alpha helolysins. This results in incomplete hemolysis, which shows itself as being a little translucent. You can see some light going through, and oftentimes, but not always, oftentimes you see a little greenish hue. It's not like glaring green, but a little kind of like, it looks a little funky, it's a little green color. Beta hemolytic means that they express beta hemolysins. This results in complete hemolysis, and you can actually see your hand, if you put your hand underneath it, you can see, at least in an area, you can see that being transparent. You can see your blue glove on the other side, almost like a window, okay? Sometimes it is very evident, sometimes you can only see it where you present staff, okay? So look at your species, we're doing the staff right now, and see if you can determine if each species is gamma, alpha, or beta hemolytic.
That stuff?
It has to be. The pH one does. The S
This one is
Oh, there's with the SAP.
so this one's beta.
We abbreviated it from the first time.
Yes.
Stat?
And those of you that have the lab table, there's a good image of the different levels of hemolysis. Page 105. the lab.
I have a picture of it. Give me a second. Which one are we doing?
She said, which one are we doing? Which one are
The
we
blood agar. The agar plates. So you're looking
The
for
stat.
hemolysis.
But for which
This
one?
one, the
stat?
SPH.
You're looking for the ones that you had to stab.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's whatever your SE, your SP, and your SAP. Yes. This one. And okay, you didn't fully label.
No, because we labeled it on the other side.
Oh, I see.
So the one that's not ableized, the
Okay.
This is
equal I
the
one.
E Faye and the S Gal and S A G A E.
Yeah. So that's not your blood agar plate though. So you want to find that on the agar. Is this your agar? Yes, this is your agar. Your blood agar. Sorry.
And which
agars.
one's this one?
That one is your MAS.
Okay. And this is a blood agar as well. correct?
Yes. And so these are your staff agar.
Okay.
Because remember the page to finish.
I'm so confused.
I thought these were the same. This one's a blood
The
agar.
blood agar plates say blood agar.
And they're just red, which helps.
Yeah.
This is red too.
Yeah, but it's not a blood agar plate. So like this is a blood agar plate.
That's
See, it
pink.
says blood agar on it. It has like little writing,
Black
like a
Blood agar.
So what are we doing? We're trying to see if
there's hemolysis.
So if they made a clear environment, if they made a green environment, or if they just didn't have eat anything out of their environment at all.
So nothing.
No. No, I wouldn't say that at all. Because if it was nothing, it would look like this. You have,
Alpha X. Alpha Infinity.
It would look like this, you're saying?
Alpha Fishy.
yes, it would look like that if there was no result. So what you actually do have is alpha on all three. As you can I believe. Well,
Can you see light coming through?
oh yes. So you have an alpha, a beta, and a beta. Do you see why? Because the alpha
Because the
requires a
alpha
green.
you can see through it, right?
The alpha you can't. The alpha you can't quite see through, but it's green.
Expressing.
The beta you can see through completely.
She forgot to.
I don't feel like you can see directly through those.
I don't think it has to be directly through, but you can still see through. The other one you can't see through at all.
So,
So if you say it is not a strong transparent zone in there,
Beta is
therefore I am gonna go with
She
alpha.
said betas transparent.
If you say,
I'm
but,
assuming the other
like
one
sometimes they just
isn't.
show up more like.
The other one's opaque.
This one, I can see like where I stand, I can see, if I use that as evidence for beta, then I would accept that. This one teeters back and forth, this one is clearly beta, right? You can clearly see through it.
It's kind of
S epidermis.
That's the
Kind of
stack.
weird.
I mean, that's the structure.
Yeah. Get, wait a minute, nope, saprophyticus, sorry.
Take a picture.
It was the
Yeah,
light.
This is being next to it like as you go, and then when you do the next one, do the same thing.
That's
I guess. Okay.
That way it's a little easier for me.
Beta, gamma.
We're gonna take a group picture afterwards.
How many blood agar plates do you have?
4?
4, yeah.
Okay. So the other two, because you guys had already completed, you guys are gonna take pictures of all of them?
Yeah. I'm gonna write by it. Like, I'm doing it like this,
So
taking a
if this
picture.
was on a quiz, you would, this is to justify your answer. If you were like, there's a little greenish hue, therefore I'm going with alpha, great. If you're like, well, in the stab, I can clearly see through. therefore
So all you
I'm
gotta
gonna
know that
conclude
it's
beta,
alpha.
then I would accept it.
Alpha is where you can see through it, can't see through it, right?
It's incomplete, meaning it's translucent, it can have a greenish hue.
So we're working on, did you guys do this one yet?
So this one right here. So one of them's
that's
alpha.
last, okay.
One of them's alpha.
You need gloves.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, which one's alpha?
This one's alpha, and then these two are beta.
So this one, actually, I don't see any light coming through this top one. This one is gamma, no hemolysis. So no light at all. Which one?
Oh no, because he had
It wrong? Oh, okay.
So if we're only looking at it.
This one, S. aureus, do you, yours isn't as evident, it depends on the sample, like, do you see, there's like a ring around here that if I put my blue glove behind, there's a clear difference in the color. That is an indication of beta, the complete
being
hemolysis.
able to like see through it.
Yes, completely. Like some, and this one too, you can see it's along the edge. It doesn't have to be the whole streak, just along the edge.
So this one's S.
Okay? That's
beta?
Beta.
So we're writing down our results for all of these, right?
Right, so you would list S. epidermidis, S. aureus, and S. saprophyticus. We said S. saprophyticus is gamma.
So this one is not alpha, it's gamma.
Which one?
Is that the one I handed you at
The
first?
gamma,
Is
S.
that one?
saprophyticus is gamma.
SAP.
Yep. Not green, it's not green. It's just no,
Oh, see?
This one,
there's no hemolysis. There's no light coming through.
this one's beta.
Like,
And this one's alpha.
So no light. And then it's beta, you said?
Gamma, gamma.
I'm getting there. Oh, this is a lot. I probably didn't even spell that right.
It's 2 M's, it's okay.
Should it bother here now?
Yeah.
What do you guys
So
have?
this one's gonna be gamma, because there's nothing, there's nothing there. This one's gonna be.
There is growth there, right?
There
There's
is
just no
growth
light
there,
coming
there's just
through.
no light.
Okay.
Yes. and then the other two are gonna be, well, this one's a little more translucent than the other one, but does that matter? I mean, this one over here is like complete.
Right.
That one's
Sometimes
gonna
it's
be beta.
very black and white,
Okay,
right? And
yeah.
sometimes you're like,
Right, and then I would say alpha and alpha, but this one's a little bit more than this one.
oh, you're on strap, right? Where's your staff?
No, we shared,
Oh, okay.
remember?
Okay.
Yeah, with them, so we
Okay.
were just using this one as a.
Yes. Okay. So
As a
what?
guide.
So what did you say? This one it looked like beta, like where the stab is. It looks like complete
see another
hemolysis.
one?
This one I would also say is probably a bit beta.
And this one's
Not
beta.
as evident as
That one, yeah.
But this one, I think, depending on how you justify it, if you're like, this looks a little green to me, and it is also some light coming through, and therefore alpha,
Okay,
that's a good justification.
okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes sense, yes.
Okay. So,
SEPI, I don't know what that stands for, I forget.
epidermidis.
Yeah, is
So-
beta.
This one, I would say either beta or alpha, because it's not as strong as this one. S. aureus is clearly beta.
Yeah,
Okay. This one is kind of in between. Sometimes with your stab, you can see it in the stab through. Like, can I see this one? Do you see how their stab is like very
Oh, that's what it looks
transparent
like a
just in
halo.
the stab?
Yeah.
And so therefore I'd say, okay, well based on that, it looks beta. Okay? This epidermidis is close to that, so I think it depends
So
on
you can consider it beta even just with the stabs being translucent?
Yes. Yes.
So that's what
Kind-
you would consider it even though the whole thing is not translucent?
Yes. Think about it like with those extracellular enzyme tests where we had that like tubes of agar or broth. But for the agar, sometimes like for the urea test, you could have like a teeny bit of pink on top. That means they're still expressing the enzymes
just
just
not strong.
weakly and just at the top. Same thing here, they're still expressing those enzymes just weakly.
Okay,
Okay?
so I got that right. And then the S. aureus was
So
beta
SEPI could be alpha or beta, depending on your justification.
or alpha.
S. aureus is an example of beta.
Okay.
Okay, and this, you can especially see it like, again, when you put your, depending on the angle you hold it, if you put your blue hand behind it, you should
see it
see a
darken,
difference in light.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And then because this one has nothing on it, it's just, well,
Make sure that there's growth, right? There wasn't a problem, so you definitely have growth. We're not looking at that white dot, that's a contamination. So sometimes you have a contamination that causes like hemolysis. I would say that looks like gamma. Yeah. Not incomplete, I would say no hemolysis. I don't see any, like it almost, yeah,
pretty
it's hard to tell that there's anything there unless you look on the other side.
so what would you say it was?
Gamma.
Gamma.
What would be incomplete? Just so
Yeah.
Gamma would be incomplete, like if it was like
And gamma is no hemolysis at all.
no.
No, I'm sorry, S-A-P.
How do you spell hemolysis?
HEMOLYSIS.
P-H-Y. Sorry, we're
So
spelling something
this is an
over here.
example of beta, very clear beta. You can see your finger behind it. Okay. I'd say if you're looking for an example, I'd say this is probably the closest example we have to incomplete. This is alpha. I said it could go either way, depending on how you justified it. So on a quiz, I would say, what is this? And explain.
I know, because you said sometimes you take two answers.
Yeah, yeah. If you told me this is gamma, I would say that's incorrect. Or if you said this looks like, because of the greenish color, I'm going to say beta, I would say no, those aren't tied together. Green goes with alpha, okay? So depending on how you justify it. But this is probably the closest example we have to the incomplete, okay?
And that's green?
It's not, no, you're looking on this side. Sometimes it looks a little, like, it looks a little greenish, like
This
not,
one, right? Yeah.
we're looking at different plates.
Yeah, but the one you were just looking at was this one, right? That looks green? It's so hard.
That is hard. No. Let me double check our results, but I think that was gamma because I don't see any light coming through. You should, for alpha and beta, you should at least see some light coming through. Beta would be full light coming through, especially like that. right? And then alpha is somewhere in between.
So gamma, there should be light coming through.
Gamma, no,
No
light
light,
coming through.
okay.
You can use this if you want.
Yes.
This is mine. Do you see for S Aureus that
I
if
know, I don't know why I
Yes.
was
it's light,
doing
so
like.
that is a
So we
clear
have to
beta
do
for
it.
all
Okay.
this. Saprophyticus is
Very
gamma.
funny too. I haven't.
And then
I
this
was
one,
gonna
I
say
would
that,
say,
like a.
it's
How
kind
much
of
These are just notes.
alpha in between,
So-
but
Tell me what
at the
you want.
stab, it looks like
Well,
that
copy
might
the one
have
we already
been
did.
beta,
So
so it's kind of
the-
in between.
Oh, they left
So
it
this
off for
is
you, 'cause I wrote these on that page.
This is the staphylococcus.
Yeah, they didn't put these.
And these are the strepto.
Gamma,
In which case it's
which means there's no light.
But that's if we're referring to ordinal numbers or.
Oh,
Yeah, so the strepto.
So no hemolysis.
I'll write it
There's
down.
too many systems. You're just-
Third key.
The third key or the
Okay,
third
so let's go through these. I want to make sure everyone is on the same path for hemolysis. So again, looking at the staff results, I think I checked in with all the groups. We said that it was S. saprophyticus
Beta.
who was an example of gamma hemolysis, meaning no hemolysis, no hemolysis produced. You still see growth, but there's no light coming through, okay? We then said S. aureus was an example of beta hemolysis. Complete hemolysis, you put your blue glove on the other side, you should see a change in the light pattern, okay? And then we said the third one was, epidermidis, S. epidermidis, was kind of in between, depending on how you justified it. One group here had a little greenish hue to it, and so therefore they're saying alpha.
It was
Sometimes where you
beta.
stabbed it, it was transparent, and so you could justify it as being beta. It's kind of in between. It's not a strong beta hemolysis, but it could be
That's epi.
either or,
It's either one.
depending on how it performed in your blood agar. Any questions on that? Okay.
Either
So then
one,
let's look
she
at the
said.
mannitol salt agar. All of our staph species, we said, are halophilic.
Either
They like
beta
to
or
grow in
what?
high cell concentration, so they all should have grown.
Either beta or gamma.
We were then looking to see, not only did they grow, but did they result in this yellow color change? And if so, that tells you that they ferment mannitol.
Because that's the one she was telling
So
me.
did you have any yellow color change?
What?
Which ones?
Have a little bit of light.
Yeah, the circle in the surrounding.
Yes.
Saprophyticus.
Would make
So you should have had S.
could
aureus
either be beta or
and
alpha.
S. saprophyticus both
But
produce a
why?
yellow color. And therefore you can conclude that those two can ferment mannitol. S. epidermidis should have grown but remains pink. And so you can conclude that S. epidermidis cannot ferment mannitol. Any questions on that?
S epi either can be beta or alpha.
Now, note that S. saprophyticus, we said, can ferment mannitol, but if you look this up in your lab
see through,
manual,
but
it
not
will
the whole
say
thing.
that it cannot.
So
And
it's a
it's
weak.
just a difference in the strains of S. saprophyticus. Alright, last one for staff, the coagulase test. So this is the one where we inoculated the saline and then we just put 10 drops in the rabbit plasma. The rabbit plasma has something called fibrinogen in it. If the enzyme coagulase is produced by your microbe, it converts the fibrinogen into this mesh called fibrin. And if you turn it horizontal, it should not flow. If there's no flow, if it looks almost like a solid, that tells you that your microbe expresses coagulase.
That's Aureus does.
So did anyone have any evidence of coagulase? Which one?
S. Aureus?
S. aureus should be the only one.
S aureus
I
expresses
mentioned
what
last
is it
class
called?
that coagulase is an example of a virulence factor. A gene, a pathogen can have that helps it produce an illness, a disease. So one thing this can do is it can help protect have this protective coating over the microbes so that your phagocytes, your white blood cells can't get to it.
What did you say it produces? What's the word? Coagulus.
Any questions on that one? Okay. It shouldn't have. I was told by a lab tech that some of the species,
These do not express it.
No, they do not express it.
my guess is that that was contaminated as ours. Okay.
So, Professor, just to clarify, sorry, you said that the mechanism that the immune system will use if the enzyme is present is a protective one because it allows some sort of protective coating for what kind of cells? Would it be, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so, pathogens, which are microbes that cause, illness, disease, they cause disease because they have certain traits that allow them to cause disease, such as any genes that allow them to avoid detection by the immune system or escape destruction. So one of these could be expressed in
The pathogen expressing coagulin. And that's
She's
what
trying to
we're
go
saying.
back because she said it's gonna be.
disease causing pathogen. Yep, so we said S. aureus in the last Tuesday's notes, we said S. aureus was the only virulent strain, the only one that causes illness.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, any other questions? So then let's move to strep, okay? Okay, so I wanna be conscious of time because we wanna get this quiz in. And so we did prepare this sphere, but I think I'm just going to skip the gram stain for now in the interest of time. If we were to perform the gram stain and look at it under the microscope, what would you expect for the shape and arrangement?
Would it be like cluster?
We're doing streptococcus.
Oh,
Shape. And what are the shape of the cells? Now, yep. So you would have kind of like a beaded necklace.
I didn't even bring the rest of my notebook, did you?
Okay. We also said that streptococcus are gram positive. So what color should they be? Okay, the hemolysis, so if you look at your hemolysis now, let's talk about S. salivarius. So we had S. salivarius, S. galalyticus, E. faecalis, S. agletiae, and S. pyogenes. What did you guys have for S. salivarius?
I don't even know where we're at.
And please note with this,
That's not good.
it goes beta as complete hemolysis, alpha is in the middle, and then gamma is no hemolysis.
I don't know what this one would be.
I'm gonna say alpha,
What if there's
Which one are you
like,
looking at?
S. salivarius.
what if there's nothing?
Then it's gamma.
Oh, so that's gamma.
For your S. salivarius? Yeah, so that's gamma.
Gamma?
I'm so lost right now.
So if it's too dark and you can't see it, it's gamma?
No, I'm super.
So if you can't see the line or it's too dark, it's gamma?
Gamma.
If there's no translucency, meaning like no clear window.
I just feel like there's nothing. That's why I was like, so if there's
There's
nothing.
there's something there. So you can
It's just
see
not
where the
clear.
stab marks are, but there's no clear.
Okay.
So kind
Oh,
of like
okay.
with antibiotic resistance, where there's that your zone of the clear zone of inhibition. Yeah, same thing. Looking for that little window, that would be.
The halo.
That's your S. salivarius?
Gamma?
Variety of alpha and gamma.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, your results suggest gamma. Don't, ignore
Ignore
that, that's
that.
contamination, yeah.
Yeah, so the ones that I saw so far in S. salivarius look gamma. Sometimes in the past we have alpha, so if yours is a little bit evidence of alpha, then make sure you note it and
So
know why.
we've done
Don't
this
just put
one.
alpha, explain
I feel
why.
like
Okay,
We
it shouldn't be
did-
beta.
we did this one.
Yeah.
Where's the
What about
results?
S.
Which one is
galolytica?
that?
She talked about it.
Galolyticus.
She's talked about why this is pink and these aren't.
I'm trying to write it down, but I can't.
That one's you.
I don't
You have
know.
gamma for
I'm
that?
recording.
Just, it's okay to write the short one for now.
But we did that,
What does this mean?
and then we did these two.
Oh, you haven't talked about that yet.
Okay.
Oh,
so-
don't worry.
okay. So we only did the 3
We
blood.
only
wait,
did-
wait, no, you did talk
Write
about
the
that one,
salt,
sorry.
Agar.
You got the expected results though. Everything but epidermis.
She said the two, and then the pink is normal.
You have expected.
Gamma.
Huh?
Our galolyticus is gamma.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's for sure.
What
It's
was
gamma.
This one is beta.
You have, is that gamma? Where's your galolyticus? Oh, this one. You're looking for this one.
Oh,
That's what she's asking about right now. You definitely.
So this is
gamma, right?
Yeah, if the stab is evident, I would ignore those things. Yeah.
So this is beta.
So because, so these two would be beta because the two, you could see through the two dots?
Absolutely.
Well, I would say that this one is the one that's completely translucent.
Alpha? Or
So
no?
So alpha
Oh, yeah.
Is the,
the in-between one.
Okay, so what did I
So-
say,
This one's
galolyticus?
alpha and this
I
is
think
beta.
people had either gamma or alpha. Sometimes if you saw alpha, it's really only in the stab. If the stab shows any bit of light coming through, you can go with alpha, but otherwise, if you had nothing, then your results should say gamma and explain why.
our gal is.
And then Ephecalis,
So what were these?
S gal
Say
is,
alpha.
I can't, she said it was the quality,
Alpha?
some shit. That's why I
That's
said I
how
recorded
alpha
it with
Quality?
you.
Ephecalis.
And then one of them is and one of them isn't. And
Okay.
she said even though it produced pink, it was
So, just to
normal.
recap, we said S. salivarius and S. galolyticus were either alpha or gamma. E. faecalis was alpha. How about S. pyogenes? Beta, that's a strong beta.
Write everything down.
And S. A. galactiae?
Huh? Yeah. I just like to have it written down so
Oh
it's
yeah,
already done.
nice and clear on this one.
She's going too
This
fast.
one's beta. See how like really nice and clear that is.
So if it's pretty clear, that's beta.
So this is the salt agar?
It-
Meaning, this is the salt agar?
Mhm,
Alpha's the
Okay,
incomplete,
and that's the name of the worst one, second one, third one?
mhm.
but you go with the
Okay,
most extreme,
and you said,
which is
so,
beta. Yeah.
this Arius is not on there, so I don't know where that one came from. It came from a different plate.
I got it written down over here too.
Well, since you're moving fast, that's why I'm
You guys,
recording,
if
but
your
I'm just trying to,
stabs
I'm not,
show
cause the more we
beta,
try to catch
it's
up with
beta.
this one, now I'm not listening to
Okay,
this
it
one.
might just mean that it needed a lot of accumulation of those enzymes to show itself, its true self. But that's what it is, and I think that was what I was seeing with the last species.
Ours is
So, which one? Like this one, Agalactiae, I would say is beta. See how clear that is behind there in those stabs?
And this one,
This one too.
because of the stabs.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as the stabs are
Okay.
clear,
Mhm.
makes it beta.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so our Agalactiae is alpha. Right? Which is this one right there.
You have some contamination. I don't think it's your fault, but
No.
you can see like all those like
Yeah.
funky things.
I seen her sneezing while she was doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Finger. Okay.
And the pyogenes.
Yeah.
Nice and clear.
Yeah. It's nice when they work out that way.
So as long as the stabs are clear, it makes it beta.
Okay, next up, the bacitracin
She just said
disc.
we're not doing it.
You do not have to, oh, I forgot the novobiocin.
No.
I'm gonna go back to the novobiocin real quick, for this is for the staphylococcus. You do not have to measure it. We just wanna see if there is any kind of zone of inhibition, then we're going to say it's sensitive. If the growth goes right up to the disc, then it is, that species is resistant to novabiocin. So what did you guys get? What did you guys get for S aureus? Sensitive or susceptible, yep. How about for S. saprophyticus?
Resistant?
Should be resistant.
Do you have a good timing?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, same.
We have a pretty big one.
Yeah, so do we.
Almost no one
It's
had
15
like
millimeters
no,
around.
like had no zone.
Okay, okay. And then how about S. epidermidis? Sensitive?
Sensitive,
Yes. So did you get no zone or no?
So which one is that sensitive?
These ones,
Okay, so then if we go to, bacitracin, we had S. pyogenes and S. agalactiae. How about S. agalactiae?
We don't have those. You
Yeah, it
guys
should
have
be
those?
resistant. For S. agalactiae, there should be no zone of inhibition. What
Yeah,
about
those
S.
big.
pyogenes? Should be sensitive. Bile esculin. For this one, we were looking for whether or not the species could carry out bile esculin hydrolysis. If they could, there was brown coloration near the street. So what did you get for S. salivarius?
These are not. Oh, which one?
It was.
and sap. And she's gonna tell you what it is in a second.
Of which one?
They're looking at it real quick, and then the next one is. No, it's not S. It's this one. It's the other one over there.
Most of it's the results in the lab manual.
Oh, I'm gonna say it.
The expected.
SAGE, whatever it was. The other one, SAS.
That's it. No. Those are the two plates. We only did one plate of each. They have the plates right now, so that we
So
correct.
one each here?
Yeah, it's the two red agar plates that we did one of each and put a thing in the middle of each. No. So leave that there. What are you doing?
I'm just moving it. I was trying to write as fast as I could,
I know, and
but I
that
couldn't keep up.
I thought she was doing, so she fucked me, that's why you got fucked up. She told us to make sure we did all of these, right? So I thought she was going to this, and then I got mad confused because she went from this to this, and then back to this. I don't know how to say it.
Is that the AGAE?
GAE, yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's that. We abbreviated the words.
You think this is gonna be on the quiz?
I doubt it, because this should be on the next quiz, I think. I don't think it has to be on today's, because we just did it.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't look to see what was gonna be up next.
I know I heard her twice. I just heard her twice with her talking. Like, if I ask you a question, da da da. So.
All right. So does everyone have the results? I started to go through them, but everyone was kind of recording their own, so. Does anyone want to go over any of the strep results?
Yes.
So what do you still need?
Everything.
So the broth. Which one grew in sodium chloride?
We
Did
didn't do the
Ephecalus and
process.
S. salivarius?
You guys did the broth.
So we're looking for signs of cloudiness. Okay.
SV callus.
You guys did the broth. Remember? We split it.
Yeah, so SV callus.
So you should only have growth of Ephecalus. I know last year we had growth of S. salivarius too. I'm not sure if it's a contamination issue.
That's the one that has.
Sorry, did you have no growth in S.
And what is
salivarius?
it? Yeah, there's there's no growth.
Yeah, that looks pretty clear.
Yep, yours has
Okay. Did anyone else have no growth in S. salivarius?
which means.
It's like rampant contamination.
So we.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
That sucks. Well, they talked about that lady.
That quote, Ife Collins. Yeah.
No, that one has growth.
Well, the lady that was here yesterday, she said that the one that was passing out the stuff and going at the tables, she said that the class prior to us coming in threw away the wrong things and put away the wrong things.
Oh,
So she was trying to figure it out.
poor lady.
The one that was here with the carriage on Tuesday, when she was scrolling around giving people things. Oh, you came a little late. You came a little late Tuesday, that's why. But yeah, she was coming around. That was the first thing she asked. Did you ever have Professor Howell as a teacher? I did. It was her. She was walking around. And she said it. She was like, last class ended up throwing the wrong vials away and putting the wrong things in the wrong spot. And she was going around trying to fix it.
That's crazy.
She said she did this as a job, right? Right? You did like typing and writing as a job, right? Yes. You did typing and writing like as a job, right? That's why you see.
I just it doesn't work. So I can remember to write this. This is, I get the alpha, beta, and stuff like that, but I just use to know that this is that because of this. So I just.
Or you can send me a picture.
Yeah,
If you
whatever.
don't mind, take a picture. I'll take a picture.
No, I don't care.
Okay, you're move on. I got coffee on me this morning. I was dripping, drooling while I was trying to drive.
See this one, we have these. Sorry, I'm just trying to see.
I don't think I
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is one we're kind of working on still.
Okay, so this was the last thing that we were supposed to do, and this is, if you have the lab manual, it's on page 442. I usually put it on the doc cam, but this isn't working now. So this is more or less the table that is on page 442, and you should be familiar with it because you should know how to use it on quiz form. Not the
See.
quiz today, but the last quiz, okay?
This is on
So
quiz
for
form.
example, let's say that I tell you that a micro can hydrolyze phyllosculin, can perform alpha hydrolysis, hemolysis, and cannot grow in 6.5% sodium chloride rock.
Oh, Lord.
Okay? So if this is a problem for you, then you would say, okay, a micro can hydrolyze phyllosculin. Therefore, if we look at this, group A streptococci cannot, group B cannot, C cannot, only group D and the enterococci can hydrolyze phyllosculin. So right now, this microbe must fall under the group D streptococci or enterococci. All right, next evidence, they can perform alpha hemolysis. Now, the group D, they didn't give in this table what kind of hemolysis they can perform, so we don't know. Enterococci can perform alpha, beta, or gamma. Okay, that doesn't really help narrow it down anymore. But they cannot grow in 6.5% sodium chloride rock. And so now if we look at this, sodium chloride, group D cannot, whereas the enterococci can. So therefore, we can conclude that this streptococci falls under group D. Okay? This is called the Landsfield classification system. It's a way of classifying streptococci into different groups based on these traits. If you look at your species of bacteria, then you should be able to group them into one of these groups. Now, some of these have contamination, so they didn't perform how they should have, right? So for example, you had S. pyogenes that should have shown that it was
For the
sensitive to bacitracin.
in the book.
And based on that alone,
Is it in the
it should fall under
If you
group
remember.
A, but you should be able to confirm that it's beta hemolytic.
We're gonna need to
I
print that
can't
out
remember if we
by
did biolesculin on that, I don't think we did sodium chloride, so it might just be that trait alone, to fall under group A. Okay?
Yes.
We also did,
Yes, page 442.
We're gonna need to print that out in our notebook.
E. faecalis was one of the only ones that
Which one?
should have grown
442.
in sodium chloride drop, right? We should have seen
I have the
the
I don't have the
hemolysis,
actual book. have
and
the
I
online
think
book
that was
and the picture
all
is in
that we did for E, no,
Which
we
one
did
did you
biolesculin hydrolysis, right? And so it should have performed biolesculin hydrolysis, so you should have had a positive result of that and positive result for growing in sodium chloride drop. And so the E. faecalis falls under the group of interest. Does anyone have any questions on this? Does this make sense of how to interpret this table? If you were to be given something like this to understand what group it falls under. Okay. Does anyone have any questions on the results of the lab? If not, you can go ahead and clean up and I'll pass out the quiz.
I got a good picture of it.
You got everything? Even the plates?
You wanna go over one time?
So the ones that you guys are gonna have to send us pictures of the broth.